All right, with the Quad City Air Show this weekend and Fly Iowa coming to Clinton next month, there's been a lot of attention on our skies lately. And it turns out the same is happening at the Quad Cities International Airport in Moline. The airport just had its busiest month in almost 6 years, with more than 63,000 passengers passing through in July. So here to break this all down for us is Ashley Johnston, the airport's PR and marketing manager. Ashley, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, is this normal for July to be such a huge travel month for you guys?
You know, July is one of our busiest months of the year. If you look at the year as a whole, March, of course, would be another one. So it is certainly a busy time of year, although we're happy to see the continued growth. So seeing even 6% is a fantastic sign of recovery for us.
And we should say 6% from July of 2024, you're seeing this increase.
That's correct, yep.
But overall, this year so far, you've had what, 400,000 plus passengers come through Moline? I mean, what's happening here? Is this still a pre-pandemic rebound?
It is, which is hard to imagine. It feels like it's so far in the rear view, but when analysts were looking at the pandemic and how travel was going to recover, they did predict it would take several years, especially at airports of smaller size. So for us, this really is still a sign that we're slowly making that uphill climb to reclaim our 2019 numbers.
How close are you to those numbers?
We're within 10%. We're less than 10% away. So again, you know, every month that we continue to grow and continue to exceed 2019 levels, we're heading in the right direction.
I thought this was so interesting though. How did weather play into your summer travel numbers?
That's always the kicker, and the same goes with Christmas, right? Is you never know what kind of weather you're going to encounter, how many cancellations you're going to have. So, you know, our year over year could have been, maybe there were more storms in July in 2024 than 2025 that caused disruptions in the network or even here locally in the Quad Cities. So you need a lot of luck sometimes to help make sure you have a strong summer, as strong a summer as you were predicting.
Well, how are airlines taking notice for this? I think this is a really cool aspect of it.
We call it a little bit of a chicken and an egg scenario. So it takes a lot of people to fill your airplanes in order for airlines to add more flights, but of course people want to see more flights before they continue to buy from your airport. So it's a little bit of a guessing game in terms of how we can make that balance work. But what we're seeing is that airlines like American Airlines, for example, they've added on a third daily flight to Dallas, which is their primary hub and a huge global airport. United Airlines also added a fifth daily Chicago departure to help meet demand as well. So really trying to get Quad Cities passengers connected to their global hubs and out into the rest of the world.
And also, is it, which Allegiant, is that the Sarasota one? Is that also coming back?
That's right. So Allegiant just opened up their summer schedule, and we were excited to see that the flight to Sarasota will return in March and go through May. So booking windows are open now. Please go ahead and start thinking ahead. It's never too early to think about that spring break trip, that beach trip, that getaway. So you can also come to the airport and save a little bit of money if you book in person versus online.
Well, speaking of thinking ahead, I mean, we got to talk about the holiday travel season. When someone's looking at, you know, record numbers right now for the summer travel season, what does that mean going into Thanksgiving and Christmas?
I think it's always important to start looking ahead to get a baseline of what kind of airfare may be out there right now. Now, prices are subject to change, so that's why you don't necessarily need to buy now. Just start to get an idea of what prices are looking like, and then check frequently to see if there's any fluctuation in that. Sign up for price alerts so you know if that price goes up or down, and that way if a really good deal starts to come across, you can go ahead and jump on that and lock it in. So, you know, things could absolutely change, and of course, keep in mind that with the holiday travel, airlines will tend to charge a little bit higher because they know flights are going to be in demand.
No kidding. Well, what are some options for someone if they're looking at this and they say, wow, 63,000 passengers in July, that could mean some longer security lines. I don't want to sit through that. How do you get TSA PreCheck in Moline?
So we don't have a site here at the airport. You will need to look, if you go to TSA PreCheck and look for the nearest location, it will tell you where you can sign up for it. I will say, long lines are never a problem at our airport. That's one of the benefits when you fly local, is that even when we have a busy time of the year or a busy day, so for example, that 5 to 7 a.m., we have lots of flights leaving at the same time, you're never going to wait more than 10 minutes at our TSA lines. We have an excellent staff here that gets people through really, really quickly. So I wouldn't be afraid necessarily that it's going to be exorbitantly longer than you're used to, but we always say leave a little bit of extra time for yourself. A lot of people know how comfortable it is to go through our airport, and so they think they can come 20 minutes before their flight leaves. Please don't do that. Please go ahead and still come an hour and a half earlier. You may have a little bit of time to sit around, but it will avoid any potential hiccups.
And you know what? You get through early. There's all those lovely chairs right there. You can sit and watch the airplanes as they take off and land right there. So it's easy.
That's right. Yeah. Charge your phone, grab a snack, grab a coffee, hang out. Yeah.
All right, Ashley, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate this, and congratulations on all your success.
Thanks for having me.
For you guys at home, if you want to share this story, we have our online version available at WQAD.com underneath the As Seen on TV tab.